Welcome back, everyone. Today we're talking about the ZUMAX OMS2350 microscope. So one of the things that is frankly incredible about the microscope is that it has 3 cameras hooked up to it, or at least can. Right now I have 3. So you'll see on this left side, an iPad mini is hooked up to the microscope and it is seeing what the doctor is seeing, which is this Listerine bottle currently. And this serves really well as an assistant monitor. So really nice option if you don't have an option for a TV in the room. Like, we don't have any really good area to put a TV over there. So the assistant can see the iPad mini and use this as her guide. Really nice thing too is you can change the orientation of the image that the assistant sees so that it makes sense for them. Really nice option to make sure that your assistant can see something that's logical to her. Now, on the other side, we've got a mirrorless camera. So this is the Canon R3. This is about as heavy as a camera you'd want to put on here. It supports it just fine, balances just fine, but I wouldn't say much heavier would be wise. To be fair, I haven't used this thing once. The camera is not necessary, and I'm going to tell you why in a second, but I used to use this exclusively on all of my microscopes or a similar mirrorless camera, because that was the only way to get good quality images and video out of a microscope. But now there are internal recording options which are frankly incredible. So if you look closely, you'll see this little trigger. If you hold that for a second, it'll take a photo, and if you hold that for 3 seconds, it'll start taking a video. And I was skeptical. You know, I've been a stickler about video quality for a long time. But I have to say, the images coming out of this, and which is, by the way, this is what you're seeing on the screen right now. That's a live feed from the internal camera, which is a Sony sensor, I believe, inside the scope. That is outputting only 1080p to the screen, but it's actually recording 4K. And I'm going to show you some sample footage here of what the 4K footage actually looks like. Honestly, I have no need for anything better than that. It is incredible. It looks amazing. The only caveat would be if you're shooting in really low light. So for instance, if you turn your curing filter off and you're working with composite, you'll have to dim the light of the microscope down quite low so you don't cure your composite prematurely. If you're doing that, maybe that's when the mirrorless camera here would give you an edge. And you could film in that one situation if you really wanted to. But I have found no need to do that so far. I've been filming with this thing for about a week now. I've probably filmed like 6 or 7 procedures, and everything's looking really crisp and clear. So I've been really impressed with that. The other cool thing, and you'll be able to see if I just keep this focused on the screen, the microscope has a continuous zoom. So instead of a step zoom, you've got continuous. And as you can see, it's parfocal all the way through the zoom range. So it goes, they say it's from 2 to 20. I think it's more like 4 to 20, to be fair. I mean, there's no really good measure of what the exact magnification is, but I will say that the lowest magnification, if you're coming from like 2x loops, it's going to seem like a lot of magnification early. So it might be a bit of a jump up. If you're only using 2x loops now, it'll feel like a lot more once you're using the lowest setting on this microscope. So that'd be like my one critique, is I would love to have a lower magnification option, which they might have. I've heard that it's possible to use 10x binoculars. These are 12.5x. But if hypothetically you had 10x binoculars on here, you would probably have a total lower magnification. So that could be an option. I know they have a lot of different accessories available for the system. The other thing is the multifocal lens. So that's what allows you to focus. This is this little knob here. It has a really large range. I think it's 2.5 centimeters of up and down. So if things aren't in focus for you at your preferred height, it's very easy to just spin that knob and then you're back to being in focus. A couple other things about it. They've got a different filters here. There's your curing filter. This is supposed to be a surgery filter. And then you've got these 2 little spots which narrow the light diameter down. This is super helpful if you're working in the anterior. So for example, that's all you see in terms of light. But if you're working in the upper anteriors, It is so annoying when you can't dim that light down and then the light is just everywhere in the patient's eyes. So really, really nice when you can dim it down like that, because then, or not dim it down, but narrow it down so that you can only have light where you're working and not in the patient's eyes. So that's a really, really nice feature. And then finally, I guess the other thing of note is their backup LED. Now, I've never had a microscope light fail on me, but they do have this little feature that if it does fail, you just pull this knob and then the second LED light starts to work. So that's pretty cool. All in all, I'm really, really happy with it so far. I could not believe that this thing could balance with all this weight on it. Like this weight, this is a kilogram. So it's like 2 pounds of a camera, over 2 pounds of camera. Then you've got a heavy iPad on this side, and plus the microscope itself, and it's still like, it moves like a dream. Like honestly, it's really, really, really nice.